Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 4. We will present about Frankie Pie. So first, we go for introduction of Frankie Pie. Frankie piles are a type of cast in situ pile that is installed using the impact method. It involves driving a closed casing into the ground using a hammer, then filling it with concrete and reinforcement. These piles are known for their high load-bearing capacity and are suitable for use in a variety of soil types. As we know, in Malaysia, Frankie piles are widely used in construction projects such as bridges, multi-story buildings, industrial plants, and other heavy structures that require a strong and stable foundation. This method is also suitable in areas sensitive to noise and vibration.
Next purpose of Frankie pile, first to transfer structural load to deeper, stronger soil layer which is firm strata. In many areas, the top layer of soil are too weak to support the weight of buildings. Frankie pile go deep into the ground, sometimes more than 20 meters, to reach stable soil or rock layer that can safely bear the loads. Second, to support uplift and lateral loads. For the buildings, towers, structure exposed to wind or earthquake, Frankie bar resists uplift forces. The wide base and rough shaft surface also help resist horizontal loads like soil pressure or seismic activity. Third, to use in site with low headroom or noise restriction. Unlike traditional driven pile, Frankie pile create less vibration and noise. This make them suitable near hospitals, school, or historic buildings where disturbance must be minimized. Fourth, to minimize settlement. Buildings settle over time. Too much settlement can crack wall or tip structure. Frankie pile help control or prevent uneven settlement, ensuring long-term stability. Last, to increase bearing capacity using an enlarged base. The base bump created during installation spread the load over a larger area. This reduces the pressure on the soil, improving load-bearing strength.
So next is I would like to explain the method of construction of Frankie pie. Basically, we know that the Frankie pie are constructed by driving temporary steel casing into the ground, forming an enlarged base by driving concrete, and then extracting the casing while filling with concrete and reinforcing steel to create cast in situ pies. This method involves several important steps, and I will go through each of them one by one. So let's begin with the first step, which is a casing setup and gravel plug placement. In the first step, a steel casing is vertically positioned at the location where the pie is to be installed. Once the casing is set up, a dry gravel or crushed stone plug is placed at the bottom of the casing. This gravel plug acts as a base to help drive the casing into the ground and later assist in forming the pie and large base. Next is step 2, driving the casing. The gravel plug is hammered using a drop hammer. As the hammer strikes the plug repeatedly, the energy from the impact drives the steel casing into the ground. This continues until the casing reaches the desired depth according to the pie design. So step 3 is forming the enlarged base. After reaching the target depth, continuous hammering of the gravel platforms and enlarged base below the bottom of the casing. This base increases the load-bearing capacity of the pipe by providing a broader foundation area. It also helps to resist uplift and lateral forces. So we continue to step 4, which is placing concrete. Once the enlarged base is formed, concrete is poured into the casing. The concrete fills the casing from the bottom up and covers the enlarged base area. This forms the body of the pie and bond the structures together. And the next is step 5, which is inserting reinforcement. Before the concrete hardens, reinforcement bar, usually in the form of a rebar cage, are inserted into the fresh concrete. This reinforcement provides the pipe with additional strength, especially against bending and tensile forces. Finally, which is a step 6, removing the casing. Once the reinforcement is in place, the steel casing is carefully withdrawn while ensuring the concrete remains undisturbed. What left in the ground is a solid reinforced concrete pile with an enlarged base, known as the Frankie pie.
Move to the advantage and disadvantage of Frankie pile. First advantage is high load bearing capacity. It's able to accommodate large loads because the foundation is enlarged and compacted. Second advantage is control during installation. The length and diameter of the pile can be controlled according to site requirement. Then, the third advantage is suitable for various soil types. It can be used in soft to medium hard soil that are not suitable for other types of pile. Then we move to disadvantage. First disadvantage is noisy and vibratory. Installation use heavy hammering causing noise and ground shaking. The next, the advantage is limited depth. It cannot go it cannot go very deep, unsuitable for projects needing foundations to reach far down. Last is picky about soil. It best for sandy and gravelly ground. The pie do not work well in sticky clay or with large rocks area. As you can see, this is the picture of Frankie pie. This is the step of Frankie pie, how it's work.
Last, for the conclusion, Frangipanis are ideal for granular soils, offering high load capacity through an enlarged, compacted base that also improves surrounding ground. However, they generate noise, vibrations, and have depth and soil type limitations. A detailed site investigation is essential to ensure they suit the project condition.